Hello, everyone. Welcome to Edessa, the Dark Crusade Season 2. And we start the scene off with, Irene going about her usual business during the night. Her chores, her work, her hunting. Not in that particular order, but anyway. And as she is done with everything that she needs to do and has some free time, she thinks back on a certain vision that she had not too long ago. It has been troubling her throughout, the past nights, and she realizes that to some extent she'll have to find some help with this. She has to find information, and yeah, she knows that the Ravnos, although she would prefer to go to them, will not do this without a certain price that she cannot pay yet. And that leaves her with little but one option that she's not too keen about. She's actually quite fearful of it, but well, it's sometimes you got to do things you really kind of don't want to do. And she'll grab a horse, or well, the horse that she'd been riding on when going to the hunters, because it's literally the only horse she has. And it's not even hers, and she doesn't even know whom it's from. So that's a good excuse to come knocking on a certain set of stable doors. So yeah, um, horse in tow, Irene will arrive at Garnet's stables and will kind of look around and finally just sort of knock on the door or on like the wood of the opening of the stables, whatever.
Once you knock on the door, you'll be met with a black-haired woman called Elena. And when you ask for the name Garnet, she'll point, and you'll see the tall figure of Garnet in his full 6'5" height, out with the horses themselves. He seems to be walking up towards them, letting them rub against his chest. He seems quite, almost patting them around and leading them back, and she'll just point you to where he is.
And Irene will thank the woman, and yeah, we'll probably tie the horse like at a pole or something, and we'll make her way. She'll not approach Garnet as he's busy. She'll just wait at a distance until he's basically ready or notices her or wants to notice her.
Eventually, she sees just a casual turn, and you should get the sense that he has spotted her. And the horses will be led very gently to their each paddocks. He'll turn, smiling slightly as he puts his hands behind his back, walking towards you, with very long strides in his step.
Yeah, she'll curtsy as he approaches.
Irina Giris. Unusual guest at my stables.
So Garnet,
Hmm.
I found a horse, and I was wondering if it is yours.
He'll look over at it and twist his head. It's not one of mine.
I see.
Where did you find it?
It was given to me when we did a certain mission. I am sure you've heard of it.
Yes, I have heard of it. My sister has been feeling the consequences of such a thing for a while now as he's walking, closing one of the paddock doors.
Consequences, sir?
I'm surprised you're out in the open moving so swiftly.
Where did you expect to find me then, sir?
Making yourself hidden.
I see.
You just smile, but I do know that La Sombra are quite brave in their attempts to stand out in the open from things. I suppose it comes with the territory.
Perhaps so. I have little to fear.
I suspect. You lean against the wood. Is that all you've come to bring me? Is just a horse?
She purses her lips, thinks for a while. It's like she can still go back, but will finally shake her head. No, sir.
Hmm. Perhaps this conversation we better have served inside. There is wine. You'll just smile and start walking towards the door.
Yeah, Irene will simply follow. She agrees, except for the wine part, but she agrees on everything
Yeah.
else.
Once he opens the door, the woman Elena just moves quickly out and just whispers something into his ear, and he just nods. She's walking along, and you pour 2 goblets and you turn and look at her. Do you drink?
No, sir.
You just nod and pour the rest of it into his own goblet and just gesture towards one of the chairs as he sits down himself.
And she sits and folds her hands in her lap.
So, what is it do you wish to talk to me about?
I had a question.
A question. Regarding what?
I was wondering if you dream.
Dream. I believe you answered this when I asked you before.
You did.
And you gave me an answer which was quite interesting.
Really?
Mm. Because you lied to me. You smile.
Was I wrong to do so?
Depends. It was just an interesting observation. And then when I noticed, you made sure that you hid behind Madeleine when I did. Because you saw something similar to I did, I think.
It's been a while.
I bet.
I do not remember exactly what it is that you and I have supposedly seen together.
Oh, it's a shame, little Irene. You might have actually gotten a clue.
I might have had, yes.
But then again, those who aren't born with the song in their head already, they do miss out on so much.
Perhaps I do not know, as I do not know what I am missing.
And why do you wish to know? Do I dream?
Because your answer depends, well, because my following question might depend on the answer that you give me.
Ooh, very interesting, very enticing. Define dream.
When it is day, do you see things in your mind?
I'm a my. Do you?
According to you, I already lied about the question.
True. But I was wondering to see what you tell me. As he brings the goblet to his lips.
If you'll wait.
You take a sip and put it down. I've seen many things. I see them always.
She nods. That was kind of the answer that she expected.
I have seen worlds collapse in on themselves and realign each time with three different messages, trying to figure out which one seems the right way.
That must be quite a sight to behold.
When I was younger, yes. Now it's more fascinating. What do you see, Irene, during the day when nobody can hear you scream?
Well, certainly not that.
Do you see death? Things that were and things that are? Things that quite not have gotten there yet?
I do dream.
And are you afraid of them?
Sometimes.
Why?
Because often I do not understand that what I see.
Not. Something out of your control. Something out of your control.
And she'll nod.
Do you like feeling in control, Irene?
Who doesn't?
Some don't. Some like to steeple their hands in and ride the wave until their very last. Others like to be controlled.
What do you like?
Mm. Why are you curious?
Am I wrong to ask you such a question?
It just seems very interesting. And I'm curious to why you want to know what I like. You did admit to me before you were afraid of me.
Yes.
So why do you want to know what the thing you fear likes the most?
Perhaps because I like to understand it.
You wish to understand me. You say with a
To some
little
degree.
coy smile. What did your sire tell you of us? Those of the broken mirrors, the oracles.
That you can hold much wisdom.
Mm.
But also that you can, well, that there is reason to fear you.
A wise man.
Yes.
Mm. And tell me, that those people that you went on the mission with, my sister and Gufran, do you pity them?
Do you think I should?
I'm asking you the question, do you? It's not for me to think that you should. I'm curious to how you feel. Watching them so cling on so desperately to faith. Do you pity them for it?
No,
And why not?
I see no reason to pity them. Both of them seem to be capable people who have a way to handle the things that they want to handle.
But are we by not every nature the contradiction of what their God, what God Himself would say?
I've learned in my time here that there are many paths one can walk.
Ah, lean back. I see. But not quite the answer to the question.
No, it's not.
Hmm. Smile.
Sir Garnet, with all due respect, but I did not come here to play with words.
Isn't that what you're doing, asking me a question? It's all very well to ask a question and hope for an answer and not expect someone to react. Either you're very cocky of yourself, Lady Irene, or naive, and I very much doubt you're naive. Or you just didn't expect me to take interest. After all, who would take interest in a sweet little fledgling?
I would indeed see little reason for you to take interest in me.
The child of the Prince of Timoran. Hmm, reason indeed. But you asked me a question. If you do not expect in this life to not have to dance a game, then you need to prepare yourself for the next 100 or how many years you live.
I do understand that I have to learn how to dance to the game that, well, we all play, but there are times when we can dance and there are times when we cannot.
And you think it's your choice which is those times.
No, not as simply nothing else but a fledgling with a big name.
But wishing to know why the Ancelo won't stop dancing. You take a sip. And why are you so curious about dreams? Have you had one?
Do you sometimes see dreams during the night when we're walking around?
My dear Irene, do you?
Let me rephrase this question. Do you believe there are those of us who can see things like Cassandra did?
You lean right in, and those green eyes seem to almost sparkle with this dark energy about them. Mm, my dear, why are you so curious about are you able to see like she did? Like some of us can. Whether it's intentional or not.
Malkavians are also called seers.
And do you wish a help from a Malkavian?
I wish to help from a seer.
Why?
Because I'm afraid that I cannot find the answer on my own.
I see. You wish to poke the web, as it were.
I wish to understand.
Oh, you never understand, truly. For it's broken in tiny fragments, trying to repair itself all back together again. To understand, well, poor Irene. Such a beautiful mind would tear itself apart to try and understand. You can only gleam from the shattered glass and hope it's the right one.
And what if it is not?
Mm. Then the consequences are most interesting, and you must prepare for them, for they'll come quickly. And when all the chaos surrounds your soul and your mind, be prepared, otherwise you'll start to ask yourself why, and when you knew the answer all along.
I see.
Now again, why do you wish to know a Malkavian's opinion on this? What are you seeking that you're afraid of?
I'm seeking to prevent the future from happening, or to at least understand this future.
Which future is that?
The one that I saw.
What did you see?
I am not sure that I can answer that.
Ah, you lean back. You're not sure, or perhaps you're afraid of me knowing. And what happens if we saw the same thing?
I am not sure of the consequences of anyone knowing this.
Hmm. You wish to control the consequences. That, Irene, you cannot do. For you don't know truly how I'm going to react. Don't know anything about how other people will react to it. You just have to trust in things. And I mean trust in sometimes you have to dip your hands in and see what comes out next.
You think I am afraid to dip my hands in anything?
I think you're terrified. After all, you might go mad. Smile, a wicked smile.
I might already be mad. And
No, not
for
yet.
one like me, it is less accepted.
Not yet, you're not. You've just been blessed with sight, but you cannot hear. You can only see. Would you like to hear?
I am not sure.
It is an offer. One with no charge or no price. Very rare.
Indeed.
But what you will hear, well, that is the greater prize if you can contain it. Would you like to?
It is an interesting offer.
One, the choice you must make yourself. For I cannot choose it for you. Then it would be meaningless.
Yet you are offering it to me.
Of course, it is there for you to take if you want it. But I cannot make you choose it.
But you would give it.
If you asked me, yes.
How?
You smile. You just have to dip your hands in.
It is indeed a tempting offer. And I am sure that this is an offer you will only give me once.
It depends. It depends on you.
On me.
First, of course. If you want to tell me what you're afraid of seeing, that might change my mind on the offer. But until then, I can only offer it the one time.
Would you know of a Nosferatu? Bald, pointy ears.
Fits a lot of Nosferatu, I'm afraid.
Indeed.
I'll need a name.
I don't have one. But would you know of a female, golden hair, almost pristine looking clothing, white, glistening cloth?
His eyes will flicker for a second. And would you know of a thing built only by demise? And a tactician planning his next move.
And an animal, almost wolf-like, yet with human features, with multiple arms and legs and claws. Its face almost a mixture between that of a man and that of a beast, covered in fur and made to kill.
And would you know of a man in a helmet with one eye staring at a light, a candle in a glass bottle, content with his prize?
The battle. Two armies. These three versus an army dressed in heavy plating, with nothing but a dim glow behind their visors.
It seems, Lady Irene, that we are on a similar track.
I did not expect to find this answer here.
You smile. For what you describe are events currently happening. It seems you've been blessed with the gift of foresight. And some of these visions, like mine, can show you things that you really shouldn't see.
I am worried about these events happening.
You should be, for it's all part of his plan.
Whose plan?
Have you not seen him?
I have not.
You saw him once with all the rest of us, one night when the rats came. Everyone did. Only I heard him. The one of demise, and his plan to ascend beyond all our means. The one who currently is planning to take over this entire city and wipe it clean.
I think he hides away in a dark pool almost shadow-like, but not like mine.
Emerging, oozing with tentacles. Yes, it fits. I've seen him, sure. And the entire Malkavian clan saw him.
I have not. I have not seen him. But I've seen the pool of shadows before. And again. And now again.
Hmm. It seems you and I have similar goals.
Is your clan looking into this situation?
I am. I have been doing something far more delicate than mere visions. It's the reason I know and have seen his eye.
I know there's going to be a confrontation.
Of course.
I cannot see beyond it.
But you would be willing to help.
Yes.
What price would you pay to help me?
I am not sure.
You lean forward, not sure or afraid to ask.
You say what price I would be willing to pay to help. I am willing to pay prices. That is not the issue. However, if I put myself on the line, I am not only putting myself on the line. I have my sire to think of. I do not wish to do anything that would harm him.
True. However, he cannot see like you can he?
He cannot.
And would he believe you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It's a rare thing to believe. Not to lock it away and make sure it can't hurt itself again.
If my sire hadn't trusted me in this and did not believe me, I am quite sure that I would not be connected to him the way I am now.
Hmm. Interesting. You smile. But that's not my question. What are you willing to pay? I know what your sire will pay. It's yourself, Irene, I'm concerned for. What are you willing to take to help me find it?
I would not sell away my soul.
Your soul? Do you think I'm the devil, wishing to steal it?
No. But I know that I travel on a path that not a lot of our kind travel.
And which path is that?
I follow the path that God has sent me on.
God. Oh. And you think he'll save you?
No. But I hope that he can forgive me one day.
Do you want to know the horrible truth about God and his forgiveness? Something they will never tell you because they're afraid of it.
Which is?
The second Ulrich embraced you, the second he killed you, that very moment when your life and that faith and that heart that beats so preciously along that beautiful skin of your face, when those lights from your eyes die and reopen again, God forgot you and damned you because you're nothing to him now but a damned creature in a damned soul, wandering and hoping to die so there might be a chance to regain into his heaven. God abandoned all of us because why would we be loved by God? And that is the terrible truth that kindred who follow that path will never face because they know it's right. God will never love them ever again.
I am not one to claim to know what God is thinking, what he's seeing, or what he is doing. I know that we are creatures of doom, and we are banned in many ways, cursed.
And is that wrong to be what we are?
I do not know, perhaps it is.
But then how can you be sure God is directing you that path when you don't know if it's wrong or not?
I do not. I do not know. That's called faith.
It's called naivety.
If that is the worst of my sins,
Your sins. Oh, Irene. Mm. What made you choose this? Your sire?
my sire, I have a great admiration for him, and he showed me this path, but I had a choice. This felt like the right one. I made
Felt
that choice myself.
felt like the right one. You leaned forward again, smiling.
Yes.
And what happens if it was the wrong one?
Then I was mistaken.
And would you not be curious to see what the other choice looked like?
I I've seen what the other choice looked like.
Have you really? Or have you saw an illusion of what it is? A misdirected passion. A master of nothing who has no control over anything. Something that was designed to make you choose one way. Or have you actually seen it? Lived it?
I will not deny that it was a vision.
Ah, you smile. So you're basing it on what you've seen, what you think you've seen.
What I know I saw.
Mm. And tell me, was there a part of you that enjoyed it?
No.
Smiles. So what you tell yourself at night. For it's in there, in all of us. No matter how hard you try to hide it, it's always there, waiting, ticking away. Deep, deep down, it's there, calling your name.
You are referring to what some describe as a beast inside of us.
I'm referring to what some call us the last vestige of what we have as humanity. That bit that claws and fights to regain what it used to be. Life. Some gangrel claim that the beast itself is the last part of our soul.
Interesting idea.
The part of ourselves that refused to die because it wanted what it always wanted to be free. Free to follow and free to have its faith. But it's so uncontrollable. How could you even grab reins on it? Some lock it away and some turn to God to hope to pray it away. But it's always there, calling, crying, hoping that somehow you'll understand it.
It can cry all at once.
I see. Would you not want to understand why?
Understanding and gaining more knowledge of it is interesting and tempting.
Would it be better not to know what you are? So when you face God, you know exactly what your sins are and what your praises would be. For then you know yourself and who you truly be.
When it is my time to appear before God, I would not claim to know the scales on which he judges.
So young and assuming that's what he's going to ask you. He's not going to balance you in scales. He's
And how
going
would
to.
you know?
And how would I know?
Indeed.
He'll lean forward. Don't you hear it?
You already know that I do not.
He'll smile. Don't you hear it calling you? Don't you hear it and hear him watching, hoping, trying to understand what choice you make so when you meet him, you can explain it when he asks but a one question. Why? And judging by your answers, Lady Irene, you've only chosen to know one side of yourself, the side you wish to like. So I don't blame you. It's what most would choose. We all like to know ourselves and praise ourselves, and think we know the sins we commit. But you don't truly know yourself yet,
This is true.
and you never will, you'll say, smiling.
Perhaps not.
Such a shame, for there is something in your eyes that I would very much like to see one day.
Really?
Nod.
Which is?
Well, I couldn't tell you that. It would affect the choice.
Hmm.
And that would be most unfair of me. But I see it. You just have to listen.
Sir Garnets, I cannot make a choice that I do not what I have to pay for.
And that's why I asked, how far are you willing to go to help? How far are you willing to go in there? Point at her chest, and then point at the top of his head, and in there to truly see.
I would not willfully be ashamed of my clan or my sire. That is how far I'm willing to go.
And do you think going in there would bring you shame?
You asked me how far I was willing to.
I'm asking another one.
I would not know.
And then the offer is made. Would you like to listen and hear it? And
Would I be
see?
bringing shame
No.
to my...
You will be, of course, troubled by what you see as anything. You will see yourself. But so, the only time you will be bringing shame is if you choose to bring it to them. If you choose it. It is all the choice, you see.
And how would you go about this? Is learning.
Day by day, look at the things and look all around you. And I will teach you to see what cannot be seen, what people choose to ignore. I will show you humanity from the softest song to the darkest chord. I will show you its highs and its lows. I will show you everything, what it means to be human. But to make such an offer, you will be wondering what is the price.
Of course.
Hmm. And you do not wish to bring embarrassment to your sire or your clan. That is the limitation you have.
Yes.
You smile. Drink from someone. And watch. Feed them your blood. And watch. Don't intervene. Don't do anything but watch and learn. And see what happens and how we alter. And how we ourselves change them. We turn them from the greatest beings to the most hideous of monsters with just a flick of our hand. And you will see both the beauty and the horror that it is to be human. If you can do this, then I'll know you're ready. And if not, he'll smile and spread his hands. We will never speak of it again. But if you do, then we will talk more. The choice is yours, Irene.
I will think on this choice. However, I will say that any teachings that has been done have to be agreed upon with my sire as well.
If your sire wishes to talk to me, I am more than happy to explain. Understanding humanity is vital in order to understand what we are and what we've lost.
And these teachings are important to the visions.
They will help you understand what you see. They will help remove the fear so you can understand what you see. Removing the fear is the most vital part, but then you can look at them unafraid and make the right judgment, the right call that you think will help. Because if you make a choice in fear, however thrilling it may be, it will only be one choice, and that is yourself or the person you wish to save. Remove the fear and you know all sides of the board, both yourself and everyone else.
You make an interesting observation there.
Wouldn't you risk everything to save the people you love?
Indeed.
And what happens if it meant saving them damned everyone else? Even yourself and them. Would you not want to have the control to make the choice that needed to be made? Or still be shackled by fear?
Thank you for your advice.
You nod and smile. Anyone may ask me a question. They dance, and I will give my advice, and it is up to them whether they choose to take it or not. I will not force it on anyone.
I am not sure if your ways are mine or if they would ever be. But the things you say, they do make sense. I should look at it without attachments.
But you will always be attached. Right now, at least. Because I can see it in your eyes.
Well, that's a difficult part of it, is it?
That is the most choice that we'll all make. Very few make the right one. For if you look into my eyes, you don't see it. Not anymore. Not since I was very young. Like you.
I can only hope to once be able to reach the age you and many in the city have reached.
We will see how you manage. If you make the right choice or not.
I think I make many wrong ones.
Maybe it's time you start looking at the whole board and not just you.
I agree.
A smile and nod. It would be a shame to lose such a beautiful face. And she's only just starting to really step in her own again.
I don't think my face has much to do with this.
He'll smile. It is always good to praise beauty for what it is. That's what I was always told.
Thank you, Sir Garnet.
He'll smile. Now, I suspect you have more pressing matters than the Malkavian.
Malkavian has helped me in some very pressing matters on my mind.
Well, then I hope to see what choice you make. Because either way, Garnet will not be mad. Whatever choice is your choice and your choice alone. I made mine. I don't regret it. For I'm free. Hopefully you can be the same.
Thank you.
Just nod his head very politely.
And thank you for your kindness. I will admit I was afraid.
Most people like to fear things because they don't understand. That's not their fault, and it's not yours. Johanna was much afraid of me as well. But I mean no trouble to most people. I'm just a simple horseman, making his way in the world, one night at a time.
I doubt you're just a simple horseman.
Hmm.
No, I don't even doubt it. I know you're not. But at least you've made my world a little less dark. And for that I'm
Sometime
grateful.
you reach over and kiss her hand very politely, like you can tell he's practiced this like 1,000 times. It's always good to see a woman in need finally reach the thought that she needed, whichever choice she makes.
Well, I will keep you from your work no longer then.
If you wish to stop by again, you may. You don't need to fear here. If you wish to leave your horse here, just spread his hands.
I am not sure where this horse came from. So if you are willing to have it, you can probably take care of it better than I can.
Perhaps you can come and visit it. After all, it led you here to me.
I shall.
You'll smile and stand up and hold the door open for her. Perhaps I'll even give it a name just for you.
She'll curtsy and we'll go to the door.
Garnet will
Well,
lean against the door watching her.
I will leave that up to you. I am not very well with animals.
You are Greek, yes?
Yes.
Hmm. Do you miss Greece?
No,
Why?
because the world is bigger and I want to learn. I want to know it.
You reach, if she lets him, he'll touch her face very, very softly. Actually, his fingers are incredibly soft.
I mean, she'll stiffen just slightly, but she won't duck away or anything.
How can you know the world? You don't even know yourself, that little Irene.
I think there are many who know the world without knowing themselves.
They think they do. You say, smiling.
The good thing is, I have many years ahead of me, hopefully, in which I can learn to understand both.
We shall see. I trust you wish me to keep this conversation quiet about
I
what you
would
see.
prefer it, indeed.
Just spread his hands. I'll keep it quiet. After all, you've given me an interesting observation to see which choice you make. I think that's sufficient enough for my silence. You say, smiling.
Thank you, sir. And a pleasant night.
Just nod his head, watching her leave.
Yep. She will leave on foot, leaving the horse. By horse. By horseman.
Yeah, Garnet just watches her leave, just smiling as he takes a sip from his wine.
Yeah, and Irene will head back to the city. And I think we can end the scene there.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This was another scene for Edessa, the Dark Crusade.